Hi folks, figured you'd be interested maybe in seeing how I do my needle punch. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it here with my Cameo or my Ultra Punch. I've got it set on the number 2 setting on my gauge guide. I've got it threaded with 6 strands of floss, and I'm working on my project. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to go back and forth, up and down, round and round. I kind of like to drag my needle across the fabric and punch as I go. I hold it at a 45-degree angle, kind of like I'm going to sign my name. I'm not one that likes to go round and round and round concentrically. I have a tendency to punch in lines or stripes, as you can kind of see up here. I have some little spaces that I will go in, and if you're familiar with my work, I kind of always leave spots, as I call them, to go back and fill in later with a different color, and usually I use a darker grayish brown, kind of lends that old look. I'll go in and do these with that as well, or I may go ahead and do black. It just depends on my mood. What I want to try to do is not lift my needle too high, not make my loops too long across the back, but just keep it nice and even. And really, as you work, and the more you do this, like anything, your hand will develop a muscle memory, and every time you pick up your needle, it just gets easier and easier to do. Right now I'm going to go ahead down the wing here. The project that I'm working on right now will be a finished piece for the Ghoultide gathering in October, which I'm working on right now, a bunch of needle punch finishes for that. I'm going to go ahead and just bring it around this wing. The frame I'm using is a gripper frame that my husband made for me for my rug hooking and my punch needle. Since I tend to design larger patterns or pieces or bodies of work, I prefer a larger frame as opposed to a hoop, but you can use whatever you're happy or familiar with. You can see I kind of go and fill it in. I just don't follow around and around and around. I don't like that actual look of it always mirroring or echoing the design, so I have a tendency to go back and forth. I've been doing this for, gosh, since 1980. Well, no, Hannah was born in 94, so I started punch needle back, I want to say in 1990, a couple years before she was born. So I've been doing it for a while. You know, I've taught a bunch of classes, and if you're a prior student of mine, you'll see that I'm super relaxed in my teaching style. I'm talking to you right now as I would my class or any students that I have. I try to make you feel as comfortable as I can. I want you to be able to enjoy this. You know, it's a fun, rewarding form of needlework, and I know a lot of girls are a little afraid of jumping in and, you know, doing this, but let me tell you, and let me please be the first to tell you, that if I can do it, anybody can do this. It is so fun and so quick once you get going. Here again, I'll start doing what I call stripes, or, you know, up and down, back and forth. You want to make sure that you don't have any tension on your thread, or like that right there, you know, a big knot. And of course I'm working with one hand because I am holding the camera with the other. So I'm going to turn my work a little here in my lap, and I'm going to just go ahead and continue. So you can see that's how I do it. And I think I'll come on back. And then I'll go back up and down this way. Just lends a lot of movement and motion to the piece instead of just, you know, row and row and row around and around and around like, I don't know, it looks like a crop circle to me or something. So I don't particularly like the look. I want it to look old, especially I want it to look handmade. You know, that's what folk art is all about. So there you have it. That's how I do it. And thank you for putting up with me and for humoring me for the few minutes that you've sat and watched this. Hope I haven't made anybody dizzy. See ya.